Women always make themselves seem like they are in the right light. So they're going to tell you things that sound correct. But if you put their brain inside of a fucking bird, that shit would start flying backwards.
If you give anybody a camera and a microphone and you put them on the internet,
they're gonna say a lot of really goofy shit.
Today we're gonna look over some of that goofy shit. Without any further ado, let us have a look at this gentleman. This at Cesar of dating. Chilling in his car, got a lot of hair gel, wearing aviators. Do you think you're gonna get any value out of this? Let's give it the old college try. Let's be patient. Let's see what the gentleman has to offer.
Fellas, women give the worst dating advice, and no offense to you ladies. Obviously, I love you, no disrespect. When I go fishing, I'm not whispering in the water, "Hey fishy, what kind of bait should I use to catch you? How do I catch you? Please tell me." That's my beta male voice, by the way. I'm trying to perfect it. You ask.
Okay, so let's get through a few things here. Number one, he's saying that women are fish. You don't ask fish advice on how to catch fish. Women aren't fish, women are people. So he's saying men and women inherently are different because of their gender and not because of the fact that they have a shared experience as humans, as being rejected, being disappointed, having self-esteem issues. He's saying you can't go to women to ask advice on women. To me, while there is some wisdom to be had there, it's more like everybody's different, right? So I've used this example before. Let's say you like mushrooms. You, talking to you. Let's say you like mushrooms. You don't, nobody likes mushrooms, but let's just say you did. And then you go to the next person and you're like, "Hey, do you like mushrooms?" And they say, "No, I don't like mushrooms." You're like, "How is that possible? Everybody likes mushrooms." They don't. But let's just say it's in a world where everybody likes mushrooms. If you put this blanket onto everybody likes mushrooms, you're not considering the possibility that maybe a few people don't. If you put a blanket on men and say all men will cheat, you're not considering that some men won't. In fact, I would argue probably the majority of men won't. So this mentality that like, oh, you can't talk to women about advice for women. What if you have a female friend who has excellent insight into dating and relationships, or who has a degree in marriage and family therapy, or just is really wise, but homeboy's, chilling in his SUV talking about like the language and the way that he phrases the language is just, and he's practicing his beta male voice. And that's another thing. That's rant worthy. He doesn't even look trustworthy. If he had a joint in his hand, he was way more like Rory, not to be rude, but you look so damn calm and low-key chill. I exist in a perpetual state of chill. That's just, it is a weakness and it is a strength. These are the type of guys I mock right to their face. That's what I'm saying. He's like, "Oh, I'm practicing my beta male voice." Oh, beta male voice. This guy. But let's hear what he has to say. Let's hear him out. I hate him already, but let's hear him out.
Ask the fisherman on how to catch fish. What kind of bait are you using? What kind of hooks are you using? Where are the fish located? Ask the fisherman on how to catch fish, fellas. I'm telling.
I will when we're dealing with fucking fish instead of humans.
Women always make themselves seem like they are in the right light. So they're going to tell you things that sound correct. But if you put their brain inside of a fucking bird, that shit would start flying backwards.
What? We gotta run this shit back. I'm gonna not comment. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna let it run, and then we'll react after.
Women always make themselves seem like they are in the right light. So they're gonna tell you things that sound correct. But if you put their brain inside of a fucking bird, that shit would start flying backwards. I only care about what women respond to.
Okay, so he's saying women will only women will say things that make themselves seem good, right? Don't most humans do that? Isn't that kind of a human thing? When's the like, unless you're being self-deprecating for like humor or something like that, when is the last time you were like, "Yeah, I just kind of suck"? That's all there is to it, actually. I just kind of blow. Am I making sense here? Because he's saying things like, women are
no good, poopy, stoopy beavers.
Because he's making an argument that doesn't, he's saying, don't ask a fisherman how to catch fish. In other words, don't ask women how to get women. He's like, okay, but women are humans, and we are humans too. And then we have plenty of shared human experiences. So I suppose what I'm trying to think of here is like, isn't that a normal human thing? Worried about rejection, worried about if people will like you or think well of you, worrying about if we're attractive enough or if we're good enough, if we are deserving and worthy of love. Like, isn't that like do you guys see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Should ask Rory how to get women instead. Here's how you get women. Here's how you get anybody. Just be yourself. That's it. Just be yourself. Because when you're yourself, you'll attract the right people. When you're not yourself, if I am faking who I am, I will eventually resent the person who likes me for who I'm faking to be, and I'll also resent myself because now I'm just like, that's not me. So I can tell you guys from my own life, I'm not the brother you're gonna see at the club. I'm not shaking, I'm not throwing that ass in a circle in the club. That's not me. I'm home probably, I don't know, in a fucking fist fight with a rotisserie chicken. Like, that's what I'm doing. That's me. I'm probably the guy at, bar trivia. I'm probably the guy joining the Dungeons and Dragons group. That's just me. This is who I am. This is my favorite content out there because there's so much bad advice. It really fucking is. It's wild. Wild. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Holy God.
That's what I care about. So the second you start asking a woman, oh, what kind of guys are you attracted to? Yada, yada, yada. Automatically you lose, bro. They just...
Who asks that? So he's saying, when's the last time you asked women what kind of guys are they into? If you ask the question, the problem with the question is that it is inherently information giving, right? Because people think like, I ask a question because I want an answer. Well, really what are you doing? There's information to be captured within the question. If you go to a girl and you're like, hey baby, what kind of guys are you into? What are you telling her? What information are you giving her? Go ahead, chat. Let's figure it out together. And while I contemplate when I'm gonna go get my haircut, it'll happen sometime, eventually. One day. Sadly, most people don't need license or approval to post dumb stuff on social media because most of them just want money. I'm going to manipulate with the information you give me. Yeah, or more directly, I'm into you, right?
Hey, baby. Hey. What kind of guys are you into?
What are you asking? You're asking, you're telling I'm into you, and I want to know how I can win you. I want to know how I can pretend to be that guy so I can get your attention.
Want a man to get it. They want you to understand what they're attracted to without them telling you. And
no, they're not. Ladies in chat, do you want men to just know, to just read your mind? You should just know, Brad. Or do you want them to, like, live their life and just be people, be who they are? You don't want them, like that line of thinking, this is what gets into the young, impressionable, vulnerable people's minds is like, and so why did I decide to start talking about this stuff? Because across the coaching that I've been having lately, it's been more and more and more of me like having to shatter red pill guys. And it's getting to be a lot now. And I'm kind of going, this is weird. This is unusual. What's going? There's a lot more of you guys lately. What's happening? Because f***ing bad words like this guy. They're like, oh yeah, you just need to, you just need to know, man. You just need to know what she's into. You just need to poke her in the belly button and then she'll date you. Dating is pretty f***ed. Yeah.
women have given me the worst dating advice known to man. That shit has never f***ing worked. If anyone has ever made dating advice from a woman work, please let me know, enlighten me.
I'm just being honest. And do you know what the advice was? The advice was, just be yourself. Just be yourself. Give me money and I'm in need.